Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. And let's talk about the cars that are literally the epitome of luxury. The ones that if you see on the street, you just stare at them in awe. Those gorgeous machines are Rolls-Royces. The story of this brand begins in Manchester, England in 1906 when Henry Royce opened up his first shop. His name was actually Charles Stewart Rolls, but everyone called him Royce. He opened up a small machine shop where he started manufacturing electrical components. His shop became successful, so he decided to expand and hired a manager, a young man by the name of Frederick Henry Royce. They became friends outside of work and shared a passion for fast cars. In 1903, they purchased a 20-horsepower car together, but it wasn't particularly good, so they decided that they needed to build a better one. In 1904, Henry Royce got his wish. With the help of a friend from work, he built an experimental car and showed it to Charles. Charles was so impressed that he invested money into the project, and together they formed a company called Rolls-Royce Limited in 1906. Now, despite their friendship and partnership, these two men were very different. Royce was a perfectionist engineer who was very precise with details. Charles, on the other hand, was more careless. Once he even drove a prototype into a ditch because he was distracted by a woman walking nearby. But Charles was also a visionary. He understood the potential of the automobile and saw an opportunity to create something special. Charles had the vision of creating a motor car that was so luxurious and comfortable that it would be known as the best car in the world. He wanted to appeal to the wealthiest customers who could afford to buy a car just for leisure purposes. He said, "Take a seat in one of our motor cars, and you will never want to move." Their goal was to create an automobile that was more than just a mode of transportation. It was supposed to be a symbol of status and wealth. Henry was fully behind this idea and wholeheartedly supported his friend's vision. Their first car was the 10-horsepower Rolls-Royce, which featured an aluminum body and was powered by a 4-cylinder engine. Only 2 of these cars were ever made, and while they weren't exactly fast, reaching only 45 miles per hour, they were incredibly smooth and quiet, which was revolutionary at the time. People were not used to cars that didn't sound like they were straining to move. The success of their first car led to the development of larger and more powerful models, and by 1908, Rolls-Royce had become the largest producer of luxury cars in Britain. In that same year, they introduced the Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, which was the first car to bear the famous Rolls-Royce name. This model became hugely successful, selling over 6,000 units and establishing the brand's reputation for quality and luxury. The Silver Ghost was so popular that it stayed in production for 17 years. During World War I, Rolls-Royce shifted its focus to manufacturing aircraft engines and tanks. However, after the war, the company returned to making luxury cars. By the 1920s, Rolls-Royce had become synonymous with luxury and opulence. The cars were known for their handcrafted interiors, polished wood trim, and plush leather upholstery. They were also incredibly reliable and could travel long distances without breaking down. The 1930s saw the introduction of several innovative features, including the first automatic gearbox in a production car and the first independent rear suspension system. Despite these advancements, the Great Depression and World War II had a significant impact on the company. During the war, Rolls-Royce once again focused its efforts on producing military vehicles and aircraft engines. After the war, the company faced financial difficulties and was nationalized in 1947. However, in the 1950s, Rolls-Royce made a comeback with the launch of the Silver Cloud. A luxury car that featured a powerful V8 engine and a spacious interior. The Silver Cloud was a huge success and set the stage for several decades of prosperity for the company. In the 1960s, Rolls-Royce introduced several new models, including the Silver Shadow, which was the first Rolls-Royce to feature a unibody construction. The 1970s saw the launch of the Corniche, a luxurious convertible that was designed to compete with the Mercedes-Benz 500 SL. In 1973, Rolls-Royce was acquired by Vickers, a British conglomerate. This acquisition provided the company with the financial stability it needed to continue producing high-quality luxury cars. In the 1980s, Rolls-Royce introduced several new models, including the Silver Spirit and the Silver Spur. These cars were larger and more opulent than previous models and marked a return to the company's traditional values. In the 1990s, Rolls-Royce introduced the first modern Bentley since the takeover. The Bentley Continental R and S were the first models to be produced under the direction of Volkswagen. These cars marked a departure from the previous Bentley models and signaled a new direction for the company. In the early 2000s, Rolls-Royce introduced the Phantom Drophead Coupe, a stunning convertible that showcased the company's craftsmanship and attention to detail. This car was followed by the Phantom Coupe in 2007, which was the first coupe to be produced by Rolls-Royce since the 1930s. Today, Rolls-Royce continues to produce some of the most luxurious and sought-after cars in the world. The company is owned by BMW and is based in Goodwood, England. Rolls-Royce cars are known for their exceptional craftsmanship, attention to detail, and advanced technology. The company's current lineup includes the Phantom, the Ghost, the Wraith, and the Dawn. Rolls-Royce also produces bespoke versions of its cars, which are tailored to the specific requirements of each customer. Over the years, Rolls-Royce has been driven by a relentless pursuit of excellence. From the early days of Charles and Henry's partnership to the modern era of BMW's ownership, the company has consistently produced cars that are synonymous with luxury and sophistication. The Rolls-Royce brand is more than just a car manufacturer. It's a symbol of luxury and refinement. The company's cars are not just machines, they're rolling pieces of art. Rolls-Royce is not just a car company, it's a dream maker. For anyone who has ever dreamed of owning the most luxurious car in the world, Rolls-Royce makes those dreams a reality. The company's cars are not just for transportation, they're for making a statement. A Rolls-Royce is a declaration to the world that says, "I have arrived." Let's take a closer look at the pricing of these beauties. The price of a Rolls-Royce varies depending on the model and the year it was made. However, generally speaking, a new Rolls-Royce can cost anywhere from $350,000 to over $500,000. Some custom-made models can even cost several $1,000,000. Used Rolls-Royces are also very expensive. A used Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, for example, can cost over $100,000. The price of a Rolls-Royce is not just based on the cost of materials and labor, it's based on the status and prestige that the car represents. Owning a Rolls-Royce is a privilege that comes with a hefty price tag, so how do you maintain a Rolls-Royce? Well, that's another story. Maintaining a Rolls-Royce is an expensive proposition. These cars are so luxurious and sophisticated that they require specialized care. Regular maintenance, such as oil changes and tire rotations, can cost thousands of dollars. Major repairs can cost even more. And don't forget about insurance. Insuring a Rolls-Royce is not cheap. You can expect to pay several $1,000s per year in premiums. The cost of maintaining a Rolls-Royce is not just about the car, it's about the lifestyle. Owning a Rolls-Royce means that you have to be prepared to spend a lot of money on upkeep. As we wrap up our story, I encourage you to share your thoughts on Rolls-Royces. Do you admire these cars? Have you ever owned or driven one? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I publish new videos every week and I would love to have you along. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.